Hey there, my name is Brendan and I'm the head coach at the $1 Million Store. We're an e-commerce training company that helps stores get from $0 to $1 million plus a year using strategies similar to what I'm about to teach you today. Now, the one I'm going to go through today is called the email list growth method. And what it does is it allows you to grow your email list on autopilot, right? Really simple, easy to execute way to do it that gives you a bit of a structure, a bit of a guideline, a bit of a framework to use so that you can get email addresses that keep coming in time and time again. Now, I'm a big fan of growing your email database rather than spending lots of money on ads, because if you spend money on customers, you don't need to, you can sell to them more than once, right? The customer comes in, we capture them, we retain them, and we nurture them and we get them to buy from us time and time again. The old saying that it's easier to sell to an existing customer than to get a new one is super true. So I'm going to take you through this little training now that gives you the insights on how to do just that. Now, I've broken it up into sort of three key areas. The first one is the offer. The second one is what information that we need to get. And then the third one is how we're going to get it, okay? So firstly, I've given you a little bit of a breakdown here. Usually the offer, guys, is something of value to the customer. Now, customers now know that their email address is super valuable, and in fact, their data is super valuable, so they're not just willing to give it to you willy-nilly. Now, the old days, I'm showing my age a little bit, but in the old days, we used to be able to just put up a sign up for our newsletter and people would actually join it because they would be interested to get a newsletter once a week of what was happening in your business. The problem is, there's so many people online now and so many brands that we subscribe to that just getting a newsletter just isn't enough. So we know that if we're giving you your email address, we want something in return, and a newsletter ain't enough. So what I want to do now is I want you to think about your offer with that in mind, that it's a value exchange. Okay, so I'm going to give you the three most common types of offers that get put out there. The first one, which we probably definitely see the most, it doesn't really make sense, but we definitely see the most, is discount. So you've probably all got this on your store right now. Discount is usually offering someone some sort of a percentage or a dollar value in return for their email address. Now, when I use a discount, I always like to keep it 10% or less of my average order value. So if my average order value is $100, I would give away a $10 coupon code, okay? I personally prefer dollar value coupon codes as opposed to percentages, but that doesn't always ring true for everyone. Percentage, I just feel it feels a bit more tangible. You're giving them something like a piece of money, whereas a percentage, they need to calculate it in their head. In saying that, I have seen clients that do percentages and it works really, really well. So up to you what you want to do. But the key to this one is, guys, set a minimum spend, right? If it's $10, set your minimum spend to be the same as your average order value, right? Bingo. It's going to be used. People are going to like it. It brings your average order value up. And if you had it less than that, you're not losing any money. This is pretty standard stuff. The other thing I like to do here is set a duration, so some sort of time. Okay. I like to set a duration because then I can remind people that their coupon is about to expire. A really little neat trick for you guys. So that's the first type of offer. The second one you could try is a competition. So sign up to win. These ones work pretty well, and I've seen it done on some sneaker sites and a few other sites where you sign up to win the latest pair of sneakers, or you sign up to win a voucher for the store, or you sign up to win an amazing prize, something like that. So a competition is another one. So if you're thinking about competition, you just want to write a prize here. So maybe it's a $250 gift card here, and then the draw frequency just might be monthly. So what you could do there is, if you had this as a pop-up on your store, then once a month, say on the 28th or 29th of every month, you draw the hat. And usually it's just a random number of people that are subscribed to the list in the last 30 days. Simple, right? That is how you get people to sign up. And the value exchange there is them winning a prize. Now, if the prize was just, say, a $50 something, it's probably not going to be enough. It has to be a pretty good prize for people to go into the draw. And the good thing about this one is you're not really giving anything away per transaction. It's just in one order, and the person will usually come and buy other stuff at the same time. So competition is an amazing one. And then the third one you often see is a VIP program. Now, I do like VIP programs. I think they're great. The problem is people call a VIP program when all they're doing is giving them early access to offers. A VIP program needs to give additional benefits, all right? So if you're doing a VIP program, it can't just be you get early access. It needs to be something like you get a voucher every time it's your birthday. You get a $10 coupon code for every $100 you spend. You have discounts to our partners, or you get XYZ. So if you're doing a VIP program, make them a VIP. Don't just give them what everyone else gets, all right? Don't just call it a VIP program and it's not. Otherwise, it's just lying. All right. So I want you to come up with your offer. Determine what it is that you want to give. Let me put this back here. Determine what it is that you want to give in exchange for their information. All right. So now this is where we want to do that value exchange. We want to say, okay, we're going to give you this, Mr. Subscriber, but this is what we want in return. And remember, the more you ask for in return, the more you have to give. All right. So if you're just giving a $5, you can probably only ask for first name, email address. But if you're giving $30 off the first purchase and it's 20% of your average order value or something crazy like that, you can definitely ask for more. Little note, competitions, you can often ask for more because people want to know that they're getting contacted if they win it, right? So phone numbers are much better for competitions. So I want you to go through now and just tick through exactly what you want to add in to ask your customer. Now, I think mandatory, and that's why I've pre-ticked them, first name, email. Obviously, if you don't have a way to contact the customer, there's no point doing this whatsoever. All right. If you're asking for a little bit more or giving away a little bit more, we can ask for phone number. Like I said, competitions are great for phone numbers. Now, we can do some other cool stuff in Klaviyo and maybe some other platforms, I'm not 100% sure, but we can do something called a second step opt-in. And what that means is they can give us their first name and email, boom, submit it, and then we can ask them another question afterwards. And it is things like gender, or probably date of birth is probably the best one, so you can give them some sort of birthday messaging. Gender's great to know if you have products on your store that suit multiple genders. It's always really nice to know. Or there might be something else that is specific to your brand. You know, what sport are they interested in? What drink do they do? What do they eat? What do they XYZ, right? So what are things that if you could cohort these customers into it and send them personalized messaging, would you need to know about them? Okay, so we add that in there. And then other things is like profile information. So this could be, if we want to ask some more, this could certainly be things like, do they have kids if that's important to you? Do they have pets? Where do they live? Things like that. Now, again, the more information we ask here, the more we have to give. So I don't ever ask this on my the first date. I don't ask in the sign up form, but what we can do is we can enrich the data over time and ask for this information. Okay. So now that we know what we're giving them and what we're getting from them, now what we need to do is work out where we're getting it from. Now I have a few cool little ninja moves here that I think you're going to love. Now, what everyone does, and we still need to do it, but it's not the only thing we can do, but this is what everyone does. They create a pop-up and they just put it up on the screen, or they put it in the footer of the website. Okay, not bad. The problem is there's a thing called pop-up blindness now. And what happens is people hit the site, pop-up comes on, boom, they close it. So what I personally recommend is we do a flyout. And that's one of those ones that comes in from the side and it doesn't obstruct your viewing, and you can close it or just leave it there while you're browsing. When you're ready, you can fill it out. Whereas a pop-up obstructs your viewing so that you need to close it before you can do anything else. So this is a really good one. So I would do a flyout banner on your website. Now, key to this one is that we need both a mobile and desktop version. The browsing experience is very different on a mobile than it is on a desktop. So make sure that you test it on both devices, please. Another one, people forget about this, checkout text. The current checkout text by default is something like subscribe to our newsletter. That's okay, but why don't you put the offer in there? On checkout, you'll also be entered into our draw monthly competition, or you've now joined the VIP club, or click here to join the VIP club. Use that text in your checkout to make sure they know they're going to be on some sort of list. And now this is the ninja move that no one is doing, and it's called the landing page. Now, if you're using a tool like Klaviyo, I think MailChimp does it and a few of the other ones do it. What we do here is that offer that we've got, we want to create it as an embedded form. We want to embed that form on a page in our website, and it's going to be yoursite.com/whatever the offer is. So sign up and save or something like that. Okay. Now, the reason we do this, guys, is because how many times do people contact you and say, oh, I missed out on my welcome discount. Then you have to send them the code and back and forth and back and forth. What we can do, rather than send them the code and lose out on the email address, we can send them to this page and they can fill it out, right? That's the most basic version of this. But this is where it gets really, really good, is we can run ads to this landing page. So we can run a Facebook lead ad. So not just using the normal lead gen ad, but we can drive them to this landing page to sign up, because what happens there is we get the email address, and for those ads gurus or geeks out there, we're going to pixel them at the same time. So we know they've hit our site. Really, really cool little strategy there. The other one, from an ads perspective, we can use a site link in Google Ads for them to sign up to our to our email list, right? Using a site link. No one ever does that. Imagine that on your little ads, you've got sign up to get $10. It lands them through straight to the landing page. I'm telling you guys, a ninja move. So that's the other one. And then the other thing is, if you've got this landing page, you can do a monthly post on your social media. Hey guys, we've got a competition happening this week. Click here to enter. Go straight to this sign up page. If you're in Facebook groups helping people, maybe you're in some sort of niche where you sell bread baking or something like that in your bread baking Facebook group. You can put this link in there and say sign up to enter the competition, or click here to get $10 off. Where does it take them? Landing page, ninja. And then other things, if you're writing guest blog posts, what's the thing that you could do for your guest blog post? Okay, you can go straight in there and put a link at the bottom. If you want to know more, click this link and it goes straight into that landing page where you get email addresses. So that is it, guys. Really straightforward, really simple. Don't overthink this. Make sure you've got an offer that is relevant to the information you're asking, and then make sure that you're capturing it not just from your website, but from other places. All right, team, I hope you enjoyed the list growth tool. If you want a copy of this tool, let me know. Reach out to me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the places. I'm either the Ecom Coach, or you can find me as Brendan Gillen. All right, and drop me a message and I'll shoot you through this PDF workbook. All right, enjoy.